Hello everyone and welcome to a sort of different type of video. This is gonna be a quick sort of user guide, introduction, what do you want to call it, to the mod pack called Blood and Bones that is available on the Feed the Beast mod pack launcher. Now this mod pack, it makes regular Minecraft a lot harder, and there's a bunch of stuff that's kind of, if you haven't played it at all before, when you go into it, it's really rough and you could kind of screw it over. So the aim of this video is to give you, the viewer, a little bit of a, sort of introduction, not exactly a tutorial or you should do this, this, and this. More like a guideline of, this is a very solid start. I mean, what I plan to do with this is give you a solid start so that you can move on after that and do, I don't know, bananas or whatever. But basically, this is sort of just setting a solid ground so that you can, I don't know, play properly. Maybe you know a better way to start. I don't know, possibly. I've just found that the way I'm going to show you in a few minutes is fairly solid. I've tested it a few times and it's pretty good. You get the bare basics down, you get a safe house, and you get a lot of food. So it'll make you survive from the beginning, but maybe you know a better way. So take it with a bit of a grain of salt, and then do whatever you want afterwards. You can alter it as you want. Don't take this as a you must follow these steps exactly. There's more guidelines. Now, first things first. Hang on, hard. That doesn't really matter though for this video, but this mod pack will decrease the brightness to minus 30%. You cannot change this at all. I can increase it up here or like that, but it'll just revert. So if it gets a little bit dark, I'm sorry, I'll try to make it brighter in editing, but I can't promise anything in that regard. Another thing to note is that time is, there's a reason why we're on the menu screen right now, because that is time in this mod is very, very important. It's on your first day, you want to make the most of your time. So, let's just do, guide, question, what's the question mark? I can't find it. Oh, there he is. So, we're not going to be doing anything special here. We don't want to do any of this. I don't know. Meh, default. Meh. That's our seed. So yeah, time is very important. You want to make sure that you do not waste any time. So, my advice is don't do any crafting until it's nighttime. Not a single bit of crafting. Because while making crafting, I was like, oh, I can make an axe, chop down trees faster. It's just, no, it's not worth it. You want to spend as much time as possible on the first day gathering supplies, and I really mean as much time as possible, because you'll have the entire night to do all the crafting you want. And I spawned a fucking ocean of all things. What the fuck is going on here? Right. So the first thing you obviously want to do is realize we're in a fucking jungle of all things. Oh, this is shit. God damn it. Of all the places in the world I could spawn, I spawned in a fucking jungle. Right. As with any Minecraft, what you want to do first is chop down some wood. Now, I figured out, I'll tell you, that the bare minimum, it's a bit of a lag because you just started the map, but the bare minimum amount of wood, if you'd be so kind, yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's a little laggy in the start because there's a bunch of stuff to generate. But the bare minimum amount of wood you'll need is, you will need at least 13 logs. That's the bare minimum. That you can just barely scrape by with that. I mean, that's not exactly ideal. I recommend around 17, 18, or around there. That'll give you enough to do all the things, and you also have some to spend on candy or whatever later. Just a little bit, so you have extra. I mean, 13, that's just so you can get the very basics down. And this is a really shitty spawn, like, seriously. But I guess that'll work, because then it'll show you that even if you spawn in a really bad spot, you will still be able to manage just fine. However, we do want some oak logs, so we should probably leave this jungle as soon as possible. Although it doesn't really seem likely. We don't want jungle saplings, so we'll just keep moving. Now, a couple of things you want to be on the lookout for is food. Now, you may be tempted to go around punching animals, and I would highly recommend against doing that. Especially sheep. Bats will not do anything for you. Cotton, you can use that. That's if you get some cotton, pick it up. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. But punching sheep, don't do it. Punching chickens, don't do it. Punching cows, don't do it. Punching pigs, don't do it. Just don't do it. It's not worth the effort. You will lose way more hunger than the food you'll get will replenish for you. And another thing to note is that if your hunger bar reaches 0, which it will do, as you can always see, I've already drained half a stick already by just flailing around. If it reaches 0 at any point, instead of slowly starving to death, you will die instantly. Like literally, you'll just collapse on the ground, crying in agony, just bam, dead. Now these is what we want. So, oh, this is actually a pretty nice tree. It has some stuff on it. What's this? I think, is this pears or what is this? Let's have a look. Take forever to dig it. That is plums. That's cute. And meat. No, that was a Glenn's gas. That's the reason why it's so laggy. It's because Glenn's gases. It kind of makes it a little laggy. But yeah, so you'll want around 13. Around actually. Oh no, around I think 20 logs. That's the safe zone. That'll make you. That'll make you last. You'll be able to do everything you need with that amount. And we didn't actually get any of those plums. God damn it. You'll also need 6 minimum gravel. I would recommend 12. No more than 12. If you got 12 gravel, then that's fine. You don't need any more of that. You can get some sand if you want, just a few pieces. You don't really need too much of it. There's some over there. I'm not going to go for it though. That's mainly for convenience sake, so that you can see what time of day it is while you're in a hole, hiding, crying rather. It's not really needed though, but it's something nice to have. It'll save you a little bit of time later. Oh, and lava. We will make mental note of this. I'm not going to write it down because we don't have time. Oh, since there's a sand right here, I'm just going to take some. But another thing you want to do is, as I just said, you want to make mental notes of if you find any sand or lava like this. We want to remember that there's lava right here, because that will come in handy later on. Another thing we want to be on the lookout for is rubber trees. It doesn't seem like I'm having much luck in that regard. There's a bunch of horses here. That's not exactly rubber trees now, is it? Yeah, because rubber trees is the way you'll be making torches early on. If you don't have any rubber trees, you will not be able to make any torches unless you start mining coal. Actually no, you can also use these. If you find these cranberries, or what are they called? Candleberries. If you find those will make up for what's it called? Those will make it up for the. I can't remember the name anymore. Oh, the rubber wood. You can use these to make torches as well. Not candle, but not torches. You can make candles with them, but rubber is probably the most recommended option. Gravel. We need gravel. Of course, you want to be a little careful around caves because you don't want to pick a fight. At least not. Oh, I can hear zombies already. This early on, you ideally don't want to fight anything. You just want to gather resources and keep moving. It's also recommended that you move as far away from spawn as possible, so you can just keep gathering, and then when you settle down on a new spot, you'll have plenty of stuff around you to gather. So I'm just going to gather 12 of this, and there you go, and that's it. I don't need any more, so you can just leave. Now, once you have the 12 gravel, the around 20 logs, plus minus, it's a little loose. You can gather a few more than that if you really want to. And if you find any rubber trees, then once you have all of that, all you really want to gather from that point forth until nightfall is just food. Berries like this. Just keep gathering as many berries as you can. You're gonna need a lot of them. And if you happen to find a snow biome, which I have not, make note of where it is. It will come in handy later on. But for now, it's not really important. But just if you find one, just make a note of where it is. Maybe note it on your map if you have time for it, but how much wood do we have? 17. We need a little bit more wood. I was hoping to find some rubber wood, but doesn't seem to be the... Is that rubber wood over there? That might be rubber wood. No, that's oak wood. But yeah, snow biome, you're gonna need a snow biome. Well, you're not gonna need it. It's not required, but it's recommended, because it'll help you along later. It'll make it a little bit easier. You don't need it, but it's a nice thing to have, you know? Sort of like the sand is. It's not needed, but it'll help you along. Now, if your hunger, like mine, gets a little bit low, eat these vegetables first. All your fruits, like the berries here, raspberries and that, you want to avoid eating that, if at all possible, and eat these sort of vegetables you find around instead. Since that, like these, rhubards. You want to eat these, rhubarbs. You want to eat these instead. Because we can't actually make anything of these yet anyway, so there's no point in keeping them around. But ideally, you only wanna eat what you absolutely have to eat here in the beginning, because you'll be wasting a bunch of saturation points, potential saturation points rather, if you eat too much. And we are not having any luck at all with rubber saplings or trees. I was hoping I'd find at least one, just to sort of demonstrate it, but apparently this world is void of any rubber at all. We do not do any protection around here. This is unsafe, safe sex zone, hence why there's so many fucking horses around here. Look at this, even baby horse right there. Point in case. Occasion point. Oh, that's a rubber tree. That's a rubber tree. And that's a manticore over there. You want to avoid those. They're hostile. Don't go near those. They'll kill your ass off. Right, we have the gravel we need. We have the wood we need after we get this rubber wood here. Actually, we have more wood we need. But you know, as I said, a little bit more. That's fine. But don't overdo it. And another thing you can do is, if you're like this and you're mining trees, you can eat some food while you're doing it, just to save time. Because as I said, time here early on is very important. Alright, how much rubber did we get? 5. That'll do plenty. Right, so, and there's a little stronghold over there. You can hide in those. On the second floor of those, there is a chest if you want to get some free stuff. We are not going to be doing that for the sake of this video, though, just to prove that it can be done without it. But it's a nice little option in case you, I don't know, if you want to do it, it's there. There's normally some food, some torches, there's also some pans for the most part, and there could also be a few other supplies. I'm just gonna get that pumpkin right now. That's not something you need, I just want to do it because I'm stupid. And I think that over there, oh, it's a village over there. Well, that is really convenient actually. Yeah, but I'm not going to be raiding the village because this is going to be a video about how you can do it in general. So any sort of bonus luck like that, we are not going to be taking into account. So the tower right there, we're going to be ignoring. The village, we're going to be ignoring because we could go in there and plunder it and get a bunch of free stuff that way, but it's not really required. It's just, if you happen across that, don't turn it down like I'm doing, but that's just stupid. You go in there and you plunder to your heart's desire, you steal everything you can find, maybe you can get a nice little house, maybe a nice wife. Oh, I'm gonna shut it. Where? Where from? Oh god, it's a baby zombie! And the world is a bit dumb. Let's just fix that real quick. But yeah, if you happen across one of those, you know, feel free to go inside and steal everything you can. That's fine. That'll do. Where the fuck did that zombie go? Oh god, oh god! This is not good. Oh, we have to sprint here. Even though you generally want to avoid running, we don't have an option here because we're getting fucking chased by a baby zombie with a bloody bow. On the positive side, it is getting nighttime now, so we've spent our time well. We've almost gotten killed already, and as you can see, we are not regenerating any health. Health regeneration is turned off in this mod by default. The only way to regain health is to eat food. The better the food, the more health you regain. Let's just find a nice little spot around here. We want to dig in. Oh, right there. That's a perfect spot right there. That's a wheat farm. Yeah, whatever. Let's just steal this hole right here. Come on. Quick, before the zombie catches up. Come on. Where's my dirt? Oh, thank God. Right. Now, for the sake of YouTube, I'm just gonna spawn in a night vision potion so you can see what I'm doing here. Of course, if you're playing normally, you do not want to do this because it is cheating, but I'm just going to be doing this to guide, and this is mainly just for you guys. There you go. So now you can see what I'm doing. So what we're going to be doing in here, first off, let's have a look at our haul. So what do we get? We got a bunch of fruit. We got a bunch of good stuff. We got food, we got wood, we got a ton of stuff. That's good. And this we want to not break because that's where we need to get out later. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take all of these rubber wood here. We're going to turn them into planks, like this. And then we're also going to take 7 of these and turn into planks as well. We don't want to turn any more into planks. That's all the planks we need right now. We're going to need 2 crafting tables. 2, yes. We are going to need a bunch of sticks, around 20, so that would be like that. And we're going to make these into patterns, like that. What we're going to do with these is we're going to take one of these planks and make a stencil table. We got a little book. We're going to make a tool station, and we're gonna make a, I think it's called a part builder. Yeah, a part builder. We're gonna want these 3. So put that here, put you there, and I don't know, put the stencil table here. That doesn't really matter where you put it. It's just nice to have. Now what we want to do is we're gonna find the stencil table, and we're gonna make a. We don't want that. We're gonna be making a pickaxe head, And we're gonna be making a, where is it? A tool, there you go. Tool binding. These are the two we need. We don't need anything else. It could, for now anyway. We're gonna do that later. But for now, this is all we need. Then we're gonna take our gravel and we're gonna do like this, and we're gonna get flint out of it. We get 4 flint. Then we take our stencil table right. Oh, part builder, sorry. And we're gonna take pickaxe head, tool binding, and I hear shit moving around outside. That's nice. And we're gonna. Oh, they're taking the village. Oops, wrong. There you go. We got a flint axe, a pickaxe head, we got a wooden binding, and we got a stick spare. Then we go to a tool station and we make ourselves a lovely little pickaxe. Like that. We now have a pickaxe. What we want to do now is we want to go mine just a little bit of cobble. Yeah, I think we go this way, yeah. We want around 15 cobble. You can mine a stack if you really want to. It's not really required, but 15 cobble, that's the limit you'll need. So let's just, where's my cobblestone? Right there. Like that. Let's just mine a little bit of cobble. Just 15. You could, ideally, you don't want to mine any less than that. Although I don't really see why you would, because you have all the time in the world down here. Because you know it's nighttime. Of course, if you were playing, you would probably put up a torch by now around here. I'm not doing that because I have planes for this wood, but we can just for the sake of it, I'm just gonna do like this. Even though this is not really something I would do normally, but here we go, torch, and just slap it down. I don't know. Actually, because I got this pumpkin, I'm just gonna do this, because zombies can break torches. That's actually why I got this pumpkin to begin with. Let's put it right here. Oh, whoop! That's a creeper. Right. So what we want to do is we want to take this crafting table a little bit earlier, and we're going to take it into a crafting station. That is not necessary. I just like doing it. And we're going to put it right here next to our tool station. That'll make it a little bit advanced. And then we're going to take our 15 cobblestone. We're going to make a furnace. And we are going to smelt up 3 of this with these 2 planks. We're going to need these for, what do you call it? We need the smooth stone so we can make a juicer. And with this juicer we can make the most out of all this food we have here. In addition to that, we are gonna need. We have our sticks we need, so that's fine. We're gonna wait for this, and then we are also going to need 4 of these. Next up, we are gonna make a stone saw, like this. And what this will do is, if you noticed, if I do this, you'll see you only get 2 planks each. If you use a stone saw, you get 4 planks. So you'll be using this for all your future wooden needs. If you need wood for, I don't know, whatever you want to need it for. Like if you want to build something, for example, that's a pretty good reason. Then we're going to take a pressure plate and a stone, and we get a juicer. What the juicer will do is that if we take our blueberries, we can make blueberry juice, and the blueberry juice will restore not only 1 point of hunger, but also half a heart. So this is your early game food. This is the reason why you get all these berries and why you kept them, because you're going to be using the juicer on all of them. Now, if you had a snow biome around, which it doesn't look like we do, you could furthermore improve these, let me just find it, like this, with a snowball, and you could get a smoothie, which gives 1.5 hunger instead. So it's a little bit better. It's not required, but it's better. And next up we actually want to make, so now we want to make some more stencils. So let's do that. We're going to make 2 more stencils. Where's our, there it is, stencil table. We are going to want the shovel, and we're going to want the axe. And there's a bunch of crap outside. And then we're going to use our last 2 flint to make these 2 parts. And by this point you can notice that we have very little space. So let's actually make ourselves a chest while we're at it, because we have spare wood. Let's make a little chest here and store a bunch of our crud. Is this safe to break, or is this stuff up there? That's safe to break. Put a chest here and just put all of our food in here. I don't need all. No. I want to keep that on me. Just put a bunch of this crud away. There. And since it's next to the chest, you actually have access to it from the Tinkerer's table. So if you put your juice on here, you don't need to carry around. You can just do it like this and just make your juice like this. It's very convenient. And is it daytime outside? I can't tell. Which is why we actually brought this. So, oh, never mind. You can break those. I guess they changed that. Oh well, fuck me with a spoon. All right, never mind. That's false advice. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Emergency, emergency, hide! Right, so as I was saying, this is a very safe start, and we're gonna die here. Right, so if you do not screw up like I did, you know what, let's... Yeah, recut! Let's try this again, this was terrible, let's try this again!